Howdy, hey, partners. Welcome back to the Cousins Cup podcast. This is episode 29, and today we are talking about Toy Story 5. That's right, there's five of these things. And yeah, we're
Woody.
here. We're here.
Howdy, 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 howdy.
Aha.
Buzz looking
Aha.
alien.
So today we're giving you our review, spoiler free and spoiler, of course, our scores. It's going to be a good one. I'm excited to talk about it. I know Ishay's excited to talk about it. So,
I'm
yeah.
very excited to talk about it. Jade and I have obviously been longtime Toy Story fans, as much of you probably, anyone in our generation just grew up with it. So this is going to be a super interesting one to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And just before we get into anything, I need to know, this is probably one of the most quotable franchise like ever, at least up there. Definitely for us. So what is your favorite Toy Story quote?
Take a look at Sid. He's a hairy fella. No, that's Scud, you idiot.
That's
Sid.
You idiot. Peak. Okay, here's mine.
Yes, sir. Let's hear it.
So funny. And I need more sassy Woody. If the boot fits, what'd you say to me? If the boot fits.
That's goated too,
So
bro.
peak,
That's so
man.
goated. So many good lines in this franchise.
We need
bro.
sassy Woody back, man.
So many. You want to get out of here? Get rid of that monkey.
I'm sorry, cowboy. They broke me. Top 10 most heartbreaking lines in cinema.
Gotta warn you, I'm a hugger.
Okay, we gotta stop before this just turns into a quote-a-thon, man.
A quote off. Hey, yeah, let's get into it.
Bro, but this is what I was saying. Most quotable franchise ever.
Yes, sir. All
Okay.
right, you got us with the bar.
I'm on the bar today. So, this one comes from Toy Story 2. Really underrated movie, in my opinion. And it goes like this. I can't stop Andy from growing up, but I wouldn't miss it for the world. Okay? Hits you right in there.
Mm-hmm.
But, basically, you can't keep focusing and stressing on the future. Okay? Andy's growing up, can't stop that. But don't let the fact that he's growing up, don't let the fact that there's a negative thing coming in your future affect you enjoying the moment right now. Yeah? Appreciate what's happening right now. What's going to happen is going to happen in the future. Leave it be.
Man, Loki, I needed to hear that bar today. So you're goated for that.
You are welcome.
Always cooking, bro.
You are welcome.
Dang.
Okay. Without further ado, do you want to get into our rankings?
Let's get right into it.
Okay. Letterbox style, you know how it is. Out of 5 stars, we'll count us down. We'll go 3, 2, 1, 4 stars.
4. Yep.
Good man.
Yep.
Good man.
That's the proper rating right there.
Yes, sir. Okay, actually, let's quickly rank all 5 Toy Story movies now.
Okay. I figured you were gonna bring this question
Okay,
today.
I'll let you
So
go first.
I self-prepared a little bit. I'm a little bit iffy on it still. At
Me
number
too.
1, it's Toy Story 3. I think Toy Story 3, if you've
Okay.
seen our Pixar video, it's probably my favorite Pixar movie.
Mhm.
At number 2, I have Toy Story. At number 3, I
Okay.
have Toy Story 5. At number 4, I have Toy Story 2. And at number 5, I have Toy Story 4.
Interesting. Okay, our lists are going to be quite a bit different then.
Oh, okay, go. Yeah, I want to hear yours.
Because I think I'd go 1, 3, 2, 5, 4.
Okay.
But I will say I might be with you on 3 over 1. That's okay.
Yeah.
And I haven't rewatched 2 in a while. I remember just really liking it.
Mm-hmm.
But if I rewatch it, it's not as good as I remember. I could very easily flip 2 and 5.
Mm-hmm.
So then we would
Yeah.
have the same ranking. But
I rewatched all of them building up to Toy Story 5 last week. I'm sure you probably saw in my letterbox. Like I
Yeah.
watched 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 on the day it came out. And on rewatch, 4 was not as good as I remembered, and 2
No.
was funny, but I think that in comparison to 5, and we're gonna get into 5 a lot, 5 just has so much more substance that I
Yeah.
think I lean the edge towards 5 a little bit.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, well, like while we're talking about it then, let's get into our spoiler-free for now review.
Okay.
Okay, you want to kick it off? Because I don't have too much spoiler-free.
Yeah, I don't have a lot if I'm looking down, I got some notes in front of me today because I
Hmm.
do think there's a lot to talk about with this movie.
There
In terms
is.
of spoiler free, I think it's a huge step up from Toy Story 4. Uh,
Yeah.
there's a lot of elements in this one that 4 didn't have that I really am happy 5 had. Mostly it's just, I think all the characters are involved a lot more. 4 was a lot of Woody and Bo, which is cool, but this was a
Yeah.
Toy Story movie. It felt way more Toy Story.
Yeah.
Animation is crisp, it's nice. There were some play scenes in this one that I loved the different take on it. Like it's not just watching the
Yeah.
kid play with it, it's the toys are playing along with the kids basically in
Well,
these like animation scenes.
in the original three movies, it was very much just the toys are moving how they do in real life
Yeah.
when none of the humans are watching them, and then all of a sudden it will cut to Andy playing with them. I liked how it was almost like hand drawn instead. The
Yeah, I
backgrounds,
totally
anyways.
totally agree with that. It felt very very childlike. I
Yeah.
guess the only time you see them play is in 3 at the beginning with the runaway train, but this is very much different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel
Uh
like there was a time in one, but maybe not.
I don't
No,
think
I think
so.
it's just Andy playing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think so. Um other spoiler free notes. I don't think this is a spoiler free. I'll get more into this in the spoilers, but this is the first Toy Story movie where the child is the center.
I was actually going to talk about this.
Yeah.
I was going to bring it up. I'm not sure if it's spoiler free. Like, we're not really
Mm-hmm.
giving away any plot or anything, but
Mm-hmm.
this is very kid centric. As
Yes.
like, I was thinking back on the movie when I was in the shower or whatever, and it was just like there was so much FaceTime for all the characters that weren't toys, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Which, looking back at the first three movies, the human that we see the most is maybe Al, in all
Mm-hmm.
honesty. And even then, like, we get very little of them.
Mm-hmm.
Here, like, there was just so much time with the kids. It was
Genuinely.
crazy to me, honestly.
Yeah. The first 3 Toy Stories are more, hey, we got to get back and be there for
Hmm.
Andy. This one is very much, we need to help Bonnie.
Yeah.
And it was
Which
really,
I don't
really
mind that
cool to
take.
see. I really liked it. Yeah. Like, I think it was cool to see the toys actually show more love and care towards. I
Hmm.
mean, I'm not saying that they didn't show that to Andy, but you really, really
No.
see it in this one.
The thing is, I had it written down, and usually I have it like a plus and a minus is like, here's my positives, here's my negatives. I
Mm-hmm.
actually didn't place that anywhere because I'm not sure if I like it or not. Because
Interesting.
on one
Okay.
hand, it takes away from our toys, our main characters, our OG players. But on the other hand, it was good.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in a limbo situation with it right now. But
Okay.
I could very easily be persuaded to having it as a positive, I think.
I think I have 2 big reasons why I think this leans in positive for me. The first
Yeah.
is that this is the 5th Toy Story movie, and a lot of people
Yeah.
were wondering, hey, why are we continuing the franchise, whatever.
Hmm.
This now shows that, hey, we have new ways of telling story. It's not the same
Yeah.
as the first 4 Toy Stories at all.
Oh
So I
yeah.
think that's one positive for why I think Bonnie being the center is a positive and important. The
Yeah.
second one is just I really like the character of Bonnie, and I think it's a lot more
Yeah.
emotional to see what she goes throughout this movie versus what
Yeah.
the toys go through.
Well,
Um,
we how many times have we seen it now in the Toy Story franchise of, oh, I'm a toy, I'm not getting played with anymore,
mhm.
or my owner has a new favorite, or whatever it happens to be. We've seen that story in all three movies, four
Mhm.
movies. Let's have a new take on it, which we got. Because actually, you know me, when we had our anticipation rankings a couple months ago,
Mhm.
I had this very low. In fact, I might not even had this on
Yeah.
there
Yeah,
because
that's a good callback. I don't
I was
remember you having
saying
it.
I was saying, why do we even need this movie anymore? What are we doing? In my letterbox review, I said I take that all back. This movie deserved to be made.
I like the turnaround. I mean, I was
Yeah,
skeptical a little bit too, but liking the Toy Story characters in the movie so much, I was like, yeah, I'm down for another adventure.
yeah,
And this one is great. Like,
hmm,
I mean, when we
yeah,
get more into the spoilers, I would love to talk about some of your negatives because I really
yeah.
don't have a lot.
Interesting that we have the same ranking then.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
I
get
think it's
into.
because it's that letterbox style. If we were to go out of
Yeah,
10, who knows where like
you
the
would probably
difference
you
that we
might be
have.
like 9 maybe, who knows,
Maybe like an eight
8.5.
and a half. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, like I'll get into my spoiler free stuff right now. It's kind
Hmm.
of similar to yours actually. It was the first thing I have to say is the animation is like actually insane.
Hmm.
It they were kind of just Pixar was kind of just flexing on us at the start of the movie and a couple of the scenes, just to prove that like they do it better than anybody else. And I think this proved that they do it better than anyone else. This might be the best looking animated movie I've ever seen, with Spider Verse size exceptions.
It's always like you gotta always throw in, hey,
Spider
Spider Verse
Verse,
not
man,
included.
yeah. But again, the art styles are so different that I'm fine excluding it.
Hmm.
But for that kind of animation style and everything, the realism they were going for, it was ridiculous. Like every blade of grass you could see,
Yeah.
like they were interacting with the dust, like and the little details. Bullseye drops to the ground and he's on gravel, so his foot slips. Like
Yeah.
little stuff like that that just elevates the quality of the movie.
Hmm.
So the animation was just so good.
In their bag
Uh,
for sure.
oh yeah, the themes of the movie. We'll get into what they actually are in the spoilers, but non spoilers, like the messaging and themes in this movie were on point. I was praising Hoppers with how good theirs was. This kills Hoppers. So peak. Okay, I know you're a Hoppers glazer, but
I mean, I'm probably gonna glaze this movie too, so I can't even be
yeah,
mad at you saying it kills it. Kills it is a little extreme. I do think Hoppers is great. Hoppers glazing is crazy, but I do think Hoppers is great.
man.
But
But
this is far and above Hoppers for me.
oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And then kind of last thing I'll say, spoiler free. One more is I got a small negative here, and it's just it does feel a little bloated at times, but it ends up working out. I'll explain that in a little bit,
I know
but
exactly what you're talking
especially
about.
yeah, and especially at the start, it feels
Yeah.
bloated.
Okay.
Okay,
I
and
actually do
then
agree with
last
that negative.
yeah, yeah, and we could talk about it in like 30
Yeah.
seconds here if we want, but
Yeah.
last little positive is a lot of these legacy sequels can just try to drown you in nostalgia and just kind of have that as the movie. Just like Devil Wears Prada 2, they honor the originals with not just playing the same things beat for beat. You'll have a nice callback moment, but you won't have the entire movie about that.
Hmm.
So they nailed the nostalgia factor.
It's actually funny that you mentioned that because that was literally the next thing I was going to bring up once we started talking about the spoilers is how they really did a good job of using nostalgia, but not throwing it all at us at one time. Obviously, not
100%.
bringing in different things or characters or stuff that you would have seen in older movies where you're like, oh, they just are here now just
Yeah,
because. I was a little bit nervous that could have happened.
yeah,
I trust Pixar's ability to like make it work, but yeah, they didn't overload you with nostalgia. They just said like, hey, these are the characters you love. These are some callbacks, and
here they
this is a
are.
new story. Yeah.
Yeah. So without further ado on that point, this is your warning right now. Spoilers incoming. Leave the video, bookmark it, come back.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Get
Mm-hmm.
lost. See you later. See you soon. Okay. On the nostalgia factor, here's the perfect example. You get a Jesse Yeehaw, something like that, right? When she's belting it out, that was just like, it just played in my brain from 2 and 3 and every movie that she's in. And it was
Yeah.
like, it just made me happy, made me smile.
Yeah.
That's how you do a nostalgia thing. Something simple like that that pays off and pays homage to everything before it. Right? Simple
Yeah.
stuff like that.
I agree. If Jessie is your favorite character in any of the previous Toy
Oh
Stories,
yeah.
you're gonna adore this movie. If she
Yeah.
wasn't one that you thought about much, you're gonna think about her a lot now because I think she shines in this one, bro. Like
Yeah.
she is the star of the show.
Yeah.
The start of the
We can
movie. Hmm?
we can pivot into this now, I guess then.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is gonna be one of my main points.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Jesse centric story.
Mm-hmm.
It's always been Buzz Woody, Buzz Woody, Buzz Woody. So Jesse centric story.
Jesse centric story, and I want to give props to them for this because even though it was Jesse centric, it didn't feel like Woody centric Toy Story 4. Like it felt like everyone was still
No,
involved.
exactly. Because
Like
yeah,
everyone
like
was still
I think
included.
that's your main complaint with Toy Story 4 was that is just a Woody story pretty much, and then you throw everything else to the side.
Yeah. Like
Like
on
that's
rewatch,
probably
bro.
mine as well.
On rewatch, I swear it's maybe 10 minutes of screen time for everyone but Buzz.
Yeah.
Buzz maybe gets a little bit more, but it's actually shocking when you rewatch it that like, oh wow, they're like not in it at all.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Like I think that's probably my main concern with four as well. Is just you don't get much from anybody, and what I really liked about the first three is all the toys talking, working together.
Hmm.
But like I also just didn't really care for the plot line of that movie anyways. It was
Yeah,
just kind
fair
of
enough.
whatever. Paired that with just Woody only story, not going to be great.
Yeah.
But being able to follow Jesse and all the other toys is beautiful.
Yeah. It was beautiful. So let's get some of those negatives, big or small, out of the way, and then we can talk about a lot of the positives. I know you mentioned the gloatedness of it. I know what you're going to bring up, so I'll let you take charge in this one.
Yeah, I mean, open as soon as we opened the movie, I was like, "Oh my gosh, we are in trouble," because it starts with what I'm going to refer to as SEAL Team Buzz,
That's coded. That's
which
coded.
it was a great bit. I won't lie, but I was like, "Oh my gosh, we are going to spend like upwards of 15 minutes of screen time on
Yeah.
this random story. Like, this is going to be interesting."
Yeah.
But that being said, I didn't mind how it ended up weaving into the narrative.
Hmm.
And like at one point there was three different stories going on, right? Jesse obviously off on the ranch,
Yeah.
and then you have the toys versus the lily pad, and then you
Yeah.
have all the buzzes.
Yeah. In the
At that
forest.
point I was like, oh wow, this is very bloated. What are they doing with this? How is this going to work out together?
Hmm.
And I was really worried for a long stretch of the movie until a lot of the buzz stuff got paid off even before they met up with the rest of the group.
Hmm.
But everything led together. They met up with the rest of the group. So no complaints by the end of the movie.
Yeah. Yeah. I think as soon as that first scene started, I was like, okay, what are we doing here? And I thought it was going to be a negative, and it really didn't become one. And it for
Mm-mm.
me, it stopped pretty early on. I think that the bit at the beginning was pretty funny,
Yeah,
especially like sitting around the camp. Like you have these toys sitting around the campfire, bro. Like
yeah,
it was a good bit. Um, and then once they got to the forest and like the kids were walking and then he found the one buzz,
yeah,
they played the one song from Bambi as they're interacting with animals, and then they came to free the other buzz and they realized like what maybe their purpose is. I was like, okay,
yeah,
I'm on board. I didn't think they overdid it at all. I think at the
yeah.
beginning the opening scene was a little long, but I don't think they overdid the bit too much. And like
Mm-mm.
you said, it pays off at the end, and it pays off in a big way and in a way that makes sense. So I
And
was skeptical at first for
dude,
sure.
I can't lie. If you're not having fun with a bunch of buzzes walking through the forest,
Uh,
lasers pointed,
Come on,
come on,
bro.
come on,
Star. C- Command?
command,
Star. Command.
star. It's good, man. It's good. It's funny. I
Yeah,
think probably the funniest moments of the movie came from all the buzzes.
mm-hmm. I'd agree with that.
That is unfortunately not a negative necessarily because it didn't take anything away from the movie, but and it's only really a bad thing when you compare it with the rest of the franchise. But this movie was not as funny as the past movies.
I agree. But on the flip side, I think it was the most emotional one since
Yeah.
three or outside of three.
Well,
And
three is a bit. Three's cheating.
yeah, three is obviously the most emotional. We
Toy
know it stands
Holocaust.
alone. We know it stands alone. But five is a lot more emotional and it has a
Yeah.
lot more emotional beats, like a lot more emotional beats than the
Yeah.
other ones outside of three. And I really think it helps the movie here. Like,
I
yeah,
was
it's
if
not.
you're gonna sacrifice comedy for good storytelling, I'm all for it. So
Yeah, I think it was funny where it needed to be. I do think the
mhm.
funniest parts were Buzz, but there's a lot of good stuff with Smarty Pants and Jesse,
Yeah,
Woody and Buzz. Like, yeah, I think there's good funny moments for sure.
yeah. And that's really all I have to say on the comedy, which is a little bit weird considering it's Toy Story,
Yeah,
and we are just going with our quotes and everything. Like the movie can't be a 5 star because it doesn't touch that. You know?
Sure. Like you would have liked a little bit more comedy to
Yeah,
make it
like
higher. Like, are you saying
more
more?
subtle comedy because, like, again, I'm Woody, howdy, howdy, howdy. It's
Yeah.
meant to be a
Okay. Yeah.
joke. It's meant to be whatever, but like you know, it's going to be a good line as soon as you write that into a script. As soon as it's delivered, there wasn't anything like that for me in this one beyond that, like
Sure.
a number two joke,
Sure.
right?
Yeah. I guess the yeah more
Right. So it
childy
just wasn't
humor.
as yeah. It was more childy. That's what it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
But was it bad? Nah. Yeah.
Any other negatives?
Uh, we were talking about and gassing up how it's a Jesse centric story. Unfortunately, a
Don't
lot of
do
our
that.
OG players got sidelined because of it. Because we followed
Like, are
her
you
going
talking?
off
You're
on
talking
her
about
own.
Ham and Slink in them?
Ham, Slink, Rex, Mr. Potato Head,
Yeah.
right? Because we follow Jessie going off on her own with Bullseye, we don't get the most from just at Bonnie's house. And when we are at Bonnie's house, we're with Buzz and Woody, which is never a bad thing. But part of the reason there wasn't those iconic lines in this movie was because you don't have Ham just being negative. You don't have
Yeah.
Mr. Potato
Potato Head.
Head. You don't have Rex. You don't have Slink. Right?
I
Well,
can.
again,
Yeah.
actually, one of the funnier parts was Slink's ear up to the door. Oh, that sounds really cute. And then he gets slammed open by the door. Right? But you just don't get as much of that.
Okay. I can actually hop on board with this one too. I didn't think about this one too much after I left, but now that we
Yeah.
bring it up, they literally get sidelined into the garage. Like they literally get thrown into the garage.
Yeah.
Which is definitely
But
tough.
I feel like the reason you don't have an issue with it was because the new characters we got were actually good, which I did not expect whatsoever.
I didn't expect it either, and I mean I have it listed in my positives when we talk about
Yeah.
some of the new characters because I totally agree. I think that they added to the story a lot.
Yeah. Like, I was really worried when they were going to do the whole tech aspect. They were just going to go, oh, all the tech is just super, super smart, and they're going to be condescending to the
Hmm.
toys, which Lilypad was. But then all the older gen tech was great. It was funny. It was outdated. It was,
It was
when the
outdated.
batteries were low, it was like it was drunk. It was funny.
Yeah. Actually, another funny part with the tech being outdated is when Jesse's talking to them about her or Blaze growing up. She's like, "Oh, how long
Hmm.
have you been with her for?" About 3 months.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's just how quickly we move on from certain things.
Yeah, exactly. Right? So like
Yeah.
the new characters came in, they really worked in the story, they added some great
Hmm.
moments, they were pretty funny. So
Hmm.
I gotta give it to the movie. Like, yes, you did sideline way better characters, but the ones that you brought in were funny, they were good.
Hmm.
Great.
I agree.
Versus now compared to four, all the new characters you added, there's a reason they got like 20 seconds of screen time
Yeah.
in this movie, and it was saving the squirrel or whatever they were doing.
Yeah. I actually,
Other than Duke,
man,
Duke's the goat.
Duke is the goat. Shout out Canada. Duke is the
Yeah.
goat. I want to give Pixar props actually in that sense too, because
Hmm.
I didn't know if we were going to get a lot of Bo and Woody in them again. And I didn't know if they're
Hmm.
going to try to play into that too much, but they didn't. They just drop Woody off and now he's back with the gang.
They realize it was a misstep. They don't try to
Hmm.
just force it in. It made sense for the movie,
And it's not like
and
Woody was
like
staying, right? Like, it's
no,
like, let's just put him back for the story and he'll help out.
yeah, because you're not doing Toy Story without Woody as well.
Yeah.
Like, let's be real. So I was honestly happy with all the new characters. Again, upset that we don't have all of our guys. Yeah, but we take what we can get.
Yeah. I think even in comparison to four, yeah, they don't get to do a ton in five, but just seeing them on screen a lot more in five is way more refreshing than not seeing them at all in four.
No, exactly. Like like I'm trying to remember in four what we even got from them, and like
It's just them sitting in the trailer for real, bro. Like I
yeah, and then
rewatched
like
four last week. It's that.
when they drove the RV for a little bit,
Yes, yeah. When they
so you
drove the
get like
RV.
a 2 minute scene, and that was one of the better scenes in the movie for a reason.
Think about three. Them escaping Sunnyside.
You would
Everyone's
have
involved.
moments
Everyone
where
has a
it's just
role.
Potato Head,
Yeah,
and ham. I
Ham and
don't think those are
Rex.
Lincoln Logs.
So yeah, I can agree with that negative. I don't think it's enough to make me go, yeah, that was terrible. But I do. You
Hmm.
always wish for them. They're always good
Yeah,
characters. They've always been good characters. So I get it.
yeah. Okay, that is literally all my negatives for this movie.
Yeah, I share that. I agree with all of the negatives you have. I mean, I was close to giving this movie a 4.5. I can't lie.
Yeah. See, that's the thing for me. Is it probably lost half a star just because there wasn't anything, or like all the negatives we just discussed, but it also lost half a star, or I should say, it didn't gain that extra half star to make it a 5 star
Okay, sure.
because it just wasn't good enough, because like 5 star movies are just, they're up there. They have things that just elevate them.
Yeah.
There's not necessarily anything in this movie that I would say elevates it to 5 star status.
I think the more you watch movies, you start to see those 5-star movies and you're like, this is perfect.
Yeah.
And so
Well,
this
hey,
is great, but it's not
yeah.
perfect.
If we bring the last 15 minutes of Disclosure Day into the conversation, if you haven't seen it, go watch our video or go watch the movie, obviously. But the last 15 minutes of Disclosure Day, peak, 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 peak.
Mm-hmm.
That's the type of thing that pushes a movie into 5 star status. But again, spoiler free for Disclosure Day now,
Mm-hmm.
there's things in the movie that drop it. But that's the type of quality you need to be able to push a movie into 5 stars. And this
Mm-hmm.
movie just didn't have that. Toy Story 5 just wasn't that good. Not like 1, not like 3.
Yeah. Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna bring up the conversation with you at the end of this, just out of curiosity between 5 and 1 that I've been kind of juggling with. But let's talk about some of the positives with 5 first.
Okay.
And I think that
Okay.
the biggest one, and you mentioned this earlier, it's the messaging. I mean,
Yeah.
you literally follow Bonnie, who struggles to find her place with her friends in this because of technology.
Yeah.
And she forces herself to change throughout the movie. Like this is a deep Toy
Yeah.
Story movie.
Okay. Look, we probably had different takeaways for what your favorite message or theme was through it. Give
Okay.
me yours because we probably have different ones.
Okay. For me, it's the importance of connection with
Yes.
friends,
Okay.
and it's
That's a
also
really good
you
one.
really need to be careful with your child at a young age and what you
Yes.
expose them to, because Bonnie is very much a kid in the
Yeah.
beginning of the movie, and she tries to. I mean, Jesse makes a comment on it later on in the movie of like these kids are trying to grow up way faster than they're
See,
supposed to be.
that's what it was for me. That was my
Mm-hmm.
favorite right there. Is how quickly kids are maturing nowadays,
Mm-hmm.
right? But back to yours, I also did have that highlight as probably my number two. I kind of put it as like real versus fake connection,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
Because again, like Lilypad says, I misjudged, I miscalculated
Mm-hmm.
what these friends were like. I just added friends. That's a scary thing about the internet and
Mm-hmm.
technology is like it's not genuine at all. It's not face to face. Two, like you have no clue what's real or not,
No.
right? So that's not genuine, authentic connection like we see with Blaze and Bonnie at the end of the movie.
Yeah. You really, really feel for Bonnie in this movie. I mean, she
It's dude,
gets
like
bullied, she gets ignored, and she hides in her shame. Like in Lily Pad,
yeah,
she just, that's what she does is she's just always looking at it, always on it. She doesn't make eye
yeah.
contact with girls around her. She doesn't make it with her parents. And
Like
it's
the
just, it's
mannerisms
sad.
killed me, bro.
It's sad.
Just
Yeah.
killed me, man.
Yeah.
Killed me.
I think they captured it really well on like just the damage technology can do, especially to kids that age. And
Yeah.
I
If you're
mean,
not
she would
careful,
wake
it's
up and
not put in
like
check.
grab the iPad first thing in the morning.
No,
You know what I
eyes
mean?
like
Like,
eyes were closed. She reaches over, she grabs it, and then the mini crash out she has when it wasn't charged,
mm-hmm.
like screaming at her dad, like, "Hey, I'm missing this crucial time with her friends, well, friends, right?" Because like that's brutal,
Mm-hmm.
and this is why I liked like this is why my takeaway was how quickly kids are maturing. Think back to when you and I were that age, we were just growing up together.
Yeah.
Like I remember the best times was just we're going over to your house. We have phones away, computers away, whatever, all that away, we would genuinely spend the entire rest of our day from the minute I got in your door to the minute we had to leave or go to bed, whatever it was, of just playing. Come up
Yeah.
with a game, whether it was hit me as hard as you can on a trampoline, NFL's
Yeah.
hardest hits, or whether it was Funkos or whatever it happened to be, man.
Yeah.
We would just make something up and play.
I remember a time
Now,
when no,
okay,
I was just gonna say I remember a time when you and Jackson came over, and even when we like would try to do things where it involved a screen, so like we were watching Pirates of the Caribbean, we shut
yeah,
it off within 15 minutes to go play Pirates, bro. Like
man,
that's
yeah,
what
like
childhood was like back then. You know what I'm
yes,
saying?
it was just different, man. It was different, and now, like it, especially because like I'm a coach and everything. I see kids all the time. They don't do that. Kids leave the field right after practice and just go on their phone or whatever instead of
Mm-hmm.
staying on the field and playing as long as they can.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I was a kid, you had to kick me off the field until I was done, man.
Mm-hmm.
So like, it's sad to see what's happening now. And they made the comment on Blaze's room and how this looks like a teenager's room.
Yeah. And she
That's
was what,
again,
like 10 or 9
she was
in the
9 or
movie?
10,
Yeah.
right? That's a sad reality again. The way kids dress nowadays, the way they act, and everything is
Mm-hmm.
all based off popular trends and everything. Man, until I was, I'm not gonna say the age because it's embarrassing, but I was freaking rocking superheroes, mismatching my socks. My shoes didn't go with anything. My
Why
entire
not?
fit was
Like,
off because who cares? I was just like,
right?
this is a Captain America shirt. That's dope. I'm gonna wear it. And we should still be doing that. Don't grow up too early.
Yeah. I think your message is very, very much something that I adore in it too. Like it's 1 and 2 with the one I said and the one you said. Like they're both 1A and 1B basically.
Yeah.
I mean, Lilypad expresses to the toys throughout the entire movie. This is to get Bonnie to
This is
connect,
what
to get
she
Bonnie to connect.
needs. Yeah.
She's never been more disconnected. Like
Yes.
it's so funny that we think that these things are what will get us closer to each other when really all Bonnie needed was a friend who would play with her.
No, like it kills me because she changed so much of who she was and
Who
like
she
that
was.
kid part of what she was just to fit in essentially. And like for what?
Like
She like
how excited
yeah.
she was when she had Jesse and Bullseye in her bag when she was the sleepover just to get shut down, bro. It's
Yes.
heartbreaking.
Like it's actually like it was so bad. A couple of things were so bad, so triggering. Like when Blaze was like, "Oh, you coming over? You're on your way," and then, "Oh yeah, sorry, forgot," and
Oh yeah,
then
dude.
like you
Yeah.
just get that text. We've all been there, like a gut wrenching feeling. You like again, you used to not be able to do that because what it would be is I'd either go knock on someone's door or call them up and say, "Hey, we hanging out?" Yeah, then that was that.
Hmm.
That was that. And
Yeah.
let's tie back into the nostalgia piece. How about that ending, man?
I know. I know.
Man, that was getting me right here.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. After Toy Story 3, this one had the best emotional beats.
Gut
Like,
punches, man.
yeah, that and playing in the yard again
Yeah,
and playing
and then
inside
the
and playing in the
kids, man.
yeah,
The kids going, "Oh, what are you guys doing? We're playing," and then they just go over. That's ripped right from our childhood, man.
man. And like to see them kind of ignore her at the beginning because she
Yeah,
was playing with toys to then see, hey, this looks like fun.
yeah.
Yeah. You really, really feel for Bonnie, guys. If you've seen it, you
Ugh,
know how badly you feel. When she's sitting in the car and she's going to pick up her toys from Blazes and she's getting the
mhm.
text about being a baby because she lost her toys and her mom has to tell her
Yeah,
it's not her fault. It's
yeah.
and
Oh,
she leaves her toys behind. Like it's sad, bro.
oh.
It's sad.
And like what I do like back in themes and messaging is like they don't necessarily ignore the fact that or explicitly say that tech is bad, as
Hmm.
of course they do at the start, right? Like Jesse's being like a racist almost towards tech.
Yeah. You're
Like
kind.
she,
What do you mean
bro, she
our
yeah, she kept
kind?
saying your kind. I was like, whoa, So like we get that whole aspect, but then it kind of transitions to, oh, playing a game with tech and playing with us
Yeah,
is kind of similar, right?
yeah.
It's not as authentic as using like imagination, for example, but you can use both. You can have both incorporated.
Well, I think that
So
there's one part where Jesse's gonna play the game on Smarty
yeah,
Pants, and they see the like once Smarty Pants plays with Blaze the way that the toys play, there's a distinction in
hmm
between like, hey, she's looking at something and just tapping buttons, or like using her creativity. Like, hey,
yeah,
Bullseye's an
the
evil genius who has a
imagination.
bomb. Like, yeah,
Yeah, the toys enjoy it more. Jesse enjoys it more. Like that's
the
just how
kid,
it is, man. That's just how it
yeah.
is.
I really want to bring this up quick because there are two things that Pixar did with this movie that I was really, really happy about that I didn't really know what to expect going in. The first
hmm
is that Bonnie never asked for lily pad.
Yep.
The parents gave it to her thinking it would be a tool that could be used to connect with kids. They almost got pressured into it because everyone has a lily pad, so why not get my daughter?
hmm
Uh, I don't have a kid, but I think people need to pay attention to that. It's not
Actually,
always that kids are begging for it.
this is such an interesting thing. Actually, I was gonna say how many parents or kids even are gonna look at the themes of this movie, look at what they're telling you, whether it's just kind of like technology being introduced too early and then
hmm
maturing earlier because of that. How many kids, how many adults are going to look at that and actually implement change, or if they're just going to look at it and go, "Oh, cool movie," and move on?
hmm hmm
Because I know for a fact that, like me personally, I'm going to look at something like that and go, "You know what? Maybe my kid will just stay away from a phone for a while. Let him be a
I
kid. Let
agree.
him play."
Yeah, yeah. I think it's a good way to show, hey, this could happen. Like
Yeah,
if it's not managed and controlled properly. The second thing that I really really liked is that Lilypad, despite being the antagonist, also cared just as much about Bonnie, and you see that when she
yeah,
runs away and throws herself out. This whole idea, and you kind of mentioned this, that they never explicitly say tech is bad.
hmm
Tech isn't really evil in this movie. It's more that
no,
like it's just pretty damaging to
yeah,
what can go on in Bonnie's life and in Bonnie's head. And it just needs to be controlled
yeah,
and managed. I think that's the main thing with tech here is like it's not
exactly. And
terrible, but it can be bad.
I think very minorly they did kind of express that to all ages even because
hmm
you got the pictures of they're up on the roof and like everybody in every room is on their phone, on ipad, on the games, whatever. But even Blaze's dad is constantly on Zoom meetings and
Yeah.
missing things happening in his own house type thing.
Yeah.
But just because it'll distract you, it'll do whatever, it doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. I mean, how
hmm
do they resolve everything at the end of the movie? With tech,
Yeah.
with the tracker, with the buzz being drones now,
Yeah.
like, and I thought that was a really good kind of way to symbolize that tech and toys they go together,
Yeah.
right? So I like how tech was the antagonist, but not a villain.
I
Simple
agree.
as that.
I agree. Yeah. I think they nailed it. Um, I don't have, I think we really dove into a lot of the messaging and thing. I don't
Yeah,
have a ton else. The more we think about it, I know we talked about the comedy earlier, but I think there is some good comedic.
there
I
are
think we
some
need to
funny
see it again.
moments.
Like the screen time not being able to drop below an hour is funny.
Yeah,
The horses running out after Jesse and like
yeah,
Buzz's Pegasus, that's
yeah.
funny.
The
So,
trotting,
yes, sir.
or even just like when they were trying to use the "Hey Lily"
Oh,
and
yeah,
it
yeah, yeah, yeah,
notoriously does
yeah.
not work. Right, that was great.
Hey, Lily was great.
Right,
Yeah.
so maybe again that's more subtle comedy, and I'm here for it. You know?
Or like when the Jesse finds the toys sitting in the playhouse and they're like, "Nah, she'll come back
Yeah,
outside for a tea party eventually."
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. It's funny. It's funny stuff. It's funny stuff. Again, low
La
batteries on the tech.
Yeah, it's good stuff. We haven't talked much about this. We can briefly go over it.
hmm
Um, Jesse's past thoughts.
Yeah, I really like revisiting it, and how heartwarming was it that Emily named her kid
Uh,
Jesse? Again, right here,
yeah, yeah,
grown
it
men
does hit.
crying over a movie. By the way, You know we're getting that comment.
When we say a kids movie, grown men crying over a kids movie, y'all just
Do I
drop it.
care?
Whatever. We like it.
I don't
Sue
care.
us. Sue us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, my hands are
No.
clean. My hands are clean.
Yeah, it was good. It was really
Yeah.
good.
I liked it. It's a nice touch.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't have much else. This is the last thing I was going to bring up to you about 5 and 1 is I'm
Okay.
kind of juggling between am I being too nostalgic towards 1? I'm not saying 5 is the second best Toy Story.
No.
But
One is clearly better.
In the aspect of comedy, and do we think the story is better though?
The
Like
story's
that's what I'm
better. The adventure is better. The characters are better.
The characters are the same. Except you just get more of the main players. Yes, you get more of the main players.
I think Woody is better. I think Buzz is better.
I do think
No
Woody and
Jesse,
Buzz are better in 1.
unfortunately.
I do think Woody and Buzz are better in 1.
Yeah. No Jesse,
They're
which
iconic.
I'm a big Jesse fan, which
Mhm.
so like it's tough to throw that one up there. Right? I was like in that specific movie, I was a big fan of how the humans aren't really playing a part other than Sid, obviously, and then
I agree.
whatever. But yeah, like just scene by scene, it's a better movie. The messaging is better in 5. I'll give you that. I don't think that's really an argument.
Yeah.
But scene by scene, it is just better. And I don't care if it's more iconic. And you're gonna say like, "Oh, blinded by nostalgia, that's bias." Who cares? It's iconic for a reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Every
I still
single
got.
line is quotable.
I agree. I still got 1 over it. I just think 5 has a lot of substance,
A
and
lot of
I
good
kind of
stuff
hate.
to it, though.
I kind of hate that because it's like a 5th Toy Story movie, and it's super common to hate on sequels these days. That I
Yeah.
don't think it's going to get as much love as it deserves.
It won't.
It's whatever.
Bye, Woody. Super freaking small line. Goated. Don't
I
care.
don't want to play with you anymore.
Terrifying as a kid, by the way. I have
Man.
one last thing before we wrap up today.
All right.
I said that with Hoppers, it was a return to form for Pixar. With Toy Story 5, it's a return to excellence.
That's a bar. That's a
Yeah.
freaking bar.
Yeah.
Dang.
Right? I'm
Yeah.
not as high on Hoppers as you, but even I can admit that it's a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you get yourself out of not a rut they were having. I don't think they really put out that bad of movies, but
Mm-hmm.
that's how you get back into good movie categories. But this kind of movie is how you get back into great movie categories.
Mm-hmm.
You know, back into we're the top dogs in the animation game.
All right.
That's all
There's
for
our
me.
Toy Story 5 review.
It's been an absolute pleasure filming with you as always, Jaden.
Man, and thanks to all y'all for watching. We hope you appreciated the review. Leave a like on the video. Subscribe. Comment down below your ranking of Toy Story movies.
Comment
what
down
you
below
thought
on
on
your
Toy Story
favorite
5.
quote.
Ooh, I like that. Comment down below on your favorite quote. And yeah, we'll catch y'all in the next one. So long, partner.